everybody, and welcome back to my YouTube channel or my website, depending on where you're watching this. Today I have a really fun double-sided scrapbook page for you, and we're diving right in with some of the pieces that are already done. I'm going to show you all of the pieces on the opposite side here. I'm finishing up this side by just adding that mat there on the top. I can either use that for journaling or for a title. On Tuesday, I shared some cards using my paper pumpkin kit from Stampin' Up. It's the November kit. And these pieces were actually meant to make tree boxes. And instead, I took the pieces and I made a couple cards on Tuesday, and then I've made this scrapbooking page. So I wanted to show you on this side all of the ways that I stepped up these images by adding some a little bit of pizzazz to them. And then on the second side of the page, I will show you how I actually put all of that together. Over on my website are all the measurements for this page, along with some other photos. So if you want to recreate this page and you want exact measurements, you can head right over to my website and check that out. So what I did is I took the snowman, which is a pretty good size. You can see the square of pattern paper underneath him is 6 inches by 6 inches. And you can see he's taller than that. So he's taller than 6 inches. And you can see right on his side, I snipped a little bit of him off as he was hanging off the edge of the page, but I think it looks fine. I actually like when elements of my memory keeping pages interact with the edges. And so here I added Wink Stella. That's the first thing I did. And then I grabbed my Stickles, which I always tend to use more stickles and glitter items and things like that on memory keeping pages. So I added the red to all of the red, and then I added the pink. And on the photos, you can tell better that the stripes on this are not perfect. That's why I added the Wink Stella first. It gave that glimmer and that like sheen to it. And then I was able to add the stickles over that, and then it's not perfect. It just gives it a little texture. So we move on to the second side here, and what I've done is I've taken 6 by 6 pieces of pattern paper. I've cut off a 1/4 inch, and then I've matted those with cardstock. So I picked Pear Pizzazz, Pool Party, I'm trying to remember the colors, and then a pink one. I can't remember the pink one right off the top of my head. It'll come to me. And then I've matted those with 6 by 6. So they're 3 6 by 6 squares, and I did that on one side for the right side and then the opposite side for the left side. And then on the left side of my layout is the snowman, and then on the right side is this tree, which you see it overlaps the edge, and I will just trim that off. And then these photo mats where I will place my photos, they are 6 1/4 by 4 1/4. So my photo, my 4 by 6 photo will fit perfectly on these. So I'm adding a little bit of foam on the bottom of this photo mat because it's going to be hanging over. And then the Pool Party photo mat, I tuck a little bit under that tree. And when I add the adhesive to it, you will notice that I do it on the edges and kind of like in an L shape. And that is so that my photo, when I put it on the Pear Pizzazz mat, I'm going to show you right here, there's enough space for the photo to slide under there and it doesn't interact with the adhesive. So that is the basic part of the layout. You'll see both layouts here, right here. So the paper pumpkin pieces are the tree, the snowman, and the gifts. And the gifts I trimmed out, just like I did in my video on Tuesday. So I'm sorry, my camera doesn't fit an entire 12 by 12 layout in the frame. I tried to zoom it out a little bit to see if it would work, and it didn't. This is as zoomed out as I can get. So my camera's going to shake here a little bit, but it will stop in 1 second. So I'm sorry about that. I'm just adding the rest of the trees here, or the trees, I'm sorry, the gifts to this side of the layout, and that was just one of the stacks of gifts. So it worked for both sides of the layout. The pattern paper that I'm using, you might notice, is not Stampin' Up. It is that same paper that I used on Tuesday, and I just had it in my stash at a 6x6 pad of paper that I bought a couple years ago, and I went ahead and used that. It worked out perfect. I will link all of the products that I used and supplies in the YouTube description below and over on my website if you are wanting to pick something up. I'm using my Wink of Stella here, and I'm pinching it to get the glitter to come out of it, and you can see a big glob fell right on those pieces, and it did warp the present a little bit because it was so much moisture, but I just spread it out, and then I added the Stickles to the polka dots. It ended up being fine once it dried, but I often recommend that if you're trying to get your Wink of Stella, if you're trying to get that liquid to flow, to do it off of your project so that doesn't happen. I've ruined projects before when that has happened. So I'm just adding the Stickles again. This was also, I probably should have added all of my Stickles at the very, very end because I did it throughout the project, and what happened is I messed up a couple of my spots of Stickles. So then what I did is I went over to my big shot and I cut out these snowflakes. Now these snowflakes are the stitched snowflakes from Stampin' Up. Unfortunately, these are already sold out. So there is a last chance list and a clearance update. And once items move to that last chance list or the clearance rack, once they're gone forever, and Stampin' Up doesn't restock them. And unfortunately, I'm so sad to say that these beautiful stitched snowflakes are no longer available. I wanted something above the photo mats. I didn't want to do another matted square. Like, I don't think that I'll need any more journaling. I don't think that I'll need like another title. And so I felt like that space up there was sort of empty. So just with those three colors, Flirty Flamingo, that's the pink I'm thinking of. So I did Pool Party, Pear Pizzazz, and Flirty Flamingo. And then I just spaced those snowflakes out up above and placed them in a couple of the empty spots. And then when I get my photos printed, I can add my photos to my mat and then add the journaling or the title to the top, and then that will be all complete. So I'm going to share with you the finished layout after everything dried, and I'll walk you through some of the other things that I did. All right, I wanted to pop on here at the very end of the video. The earlier portion of my video, I did a voiceover and I just showed you as I was working on it. And that is a new way for me to film. I don't usually do voiceovers, but I think that I will be doing them a little bit more in the future, so hopefully they will get better. I wanted to pop in here at the very end of the video and show you how everything turned out. So this was a really simple layout. It didn't take much to put it together. I loved using the paper pumpkin pieces on this. They worked out really well. And then at the very end, as an afterthought, I did add these snowflakes. These are from the stitched snowflake dies. Unfortunately, they are no longer available from Stampin' Up. I've had them on hand for a couple months now, and they are stitched, and so they're so cute. I just added a gem into the middle of each of them. So here is this side, and then here is this side, and again, I just did that where I added the snowflakes. If I want to do a journaling spot here, I can do that. I can add a title here if I want, or journaling, whatever I want to do. I already have photos for this layout. I just need to get them printed. And then on this side is the tree, and then you can see all of the really fun detail now that it's dry. I added the Stickles to the little ornaments on the tree. I found a little silver a little silver star that I had, and I added that to the top of the tree. And then I have the Stickles on here. I did the polka dots on that one, and then on the snowman I did the Stickles on there. I added the Wink of Stella on all of the gifts. I did add a little twine to this one. I didn't think that it did anything fantastic to the gifts. I actually liked the glitter and the stickles better, so I just stuck to that. But I love the way this layout came out, and it will just go in my Project Life album for this year in the month of December. I have actually 2 layouts already that will go in there, and I really love this. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing this. Over on my website, there will be measurements to all of the pieces if you want to follow along with this. It's a really simple layout to create. But over on my website is the measurement, so you can check that out. Thanks so much for checking my video out today. I will be back on Tuesday and Friday of next week. I hope that you guys are having a great Friday, and I will chat with you guys next week. Thank you so much for checking out my videos. Here on the screen, you're going to see 2 other videos that you can check out. I would love for you to do all the YouTubey things, subscribe to my channel, hit that bell so you get notified whenever I post a video, and I will catch you in my very next crafty video.